Hi everyone, this is Abra. Welcome to Abra Knowledge channel. Today I picked up one interesting thing called a book. A book name is Six Sigma for Dummies. So these things I have done it. I'm just going to take first portion, part one, where I'm going to deal why Six Sigma and what is the benefit of Six Sigma and all that. But I highly recommend you to read this book called Six Sigma for Dummies. It basically gives very detailed reasons, strategic reasons why we need to go for Six Sigma, and it also gives very great examples, and it also illustrates with the bell curve and so on. So it's really nice book. If you happen to take it, please take this to please take this up and read this book. Very interesting. Let's mull over. So in this one, this is just part one. Basically, I have taken only 10 pages, the summary of 10 pages. In the part one, basically, the author tries to deal with the subject called why we need a Six Sigma. And first, it set the context like in page number 15, historical perspective. Historical perspective of Six Sigma, and then it goes down and says the reality of variations. Variation can be controlled, isn't can be prevented, and so on. And then it talks very important subject called exposing the hidden factories. For example, we tend to accept that okay, this is the small number, small errors, and why don't we don't generally consider those things, but these things actually at the end, when you take the cumulative figure, how big that numbers are. That's what we can talk about in that one. And then page number 23 talks about why Six Sigma, why not Five Sigma, why not Three Sigma, and so on. And also it gives an extension to the previous point. It gives quick examples of chemical industry and so on. And then it last thing it talks about Five Sigma and what is the difference between Five Sigma and Six Sigma, but also it has what is the difference between if the sigma is 3.8 sigma, that means accuracy of the product or services will happen to be 99 percentage. If it is 6 sigma, you all know that the accuracy is 99.99964. That means we are allowed to have only 3.4 defect per million. For million opportunity, if you happen to make the million product, that means 3.4 defect is the opportunity. We'll discuss more on that. So these are the six things that we will be discussing today. I'm very excited to discuss each subject. First, it says the historical perspective. In the historical perspective, it basically gives a detail like when the Six Sigma was started. Six Sigma was started in 1980s, and it was by Motorola, and they invented this one. And after that, the same thing. 19 there is Malcolm Baldrige. National award was won in 1988. So this is also, and I think I will take separate sessions on Malcolm Baldrige. Very nice concept. You can use it for customer index. You can use it for customer experience. If you wanted to figure out the, you can something if you wanted to figure out about the, QMS index or maturity index or quality tracker. All these you can make use of these things. Maybe I will make another follow-up video on this, particularly on this subject. But okay, so the bottom line is they won in 1988. So everyone started following it, and then in 200 books was published in 2004. It took a lot of years, and then now if you Google it, you will have 2 million search coming out of it. If you say Six Sigma and all that in the Google. So the reality of variation actually, like the lean is focused more on the eliminate the wastages. The wastages like in the form of timud, that can be transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, or process, or production defect, unutilized skill. These are all the things can be completely eliminated, but the variation is something which cannot be fully eliminated, but it can be controlled. Why it can be controlled? Because there is something called actually like if a performance scale in some kind of unit such as time, length, size, and so on. indicate the measurement value of your CTX, the critical factors. And the goal of Six Sigma is to overcome to close your performance target as often as possible. If you're making an like say Excel, your goal is to make that Excel for a certain car for the same length every time. This is the consistency as a customer need and the predictability as a business need. So we need to talk from the customer. Customer wants the same uniformity. From the company perspective, we need to have something predictability. The process has to be smooth. It has to give every time the same result. So the reality of variation, but what really happens in reality, you can't hit the target value perfectly all the time. Why? Because no matter how good you are or how good you hard you try, you can get close, but you can get close, but you can also have some variation, because it variation is something inevitable. It will always accumulate some kind of variations in it. For example, in other words, every instance of a production coming off a production line in some way of different from the different instances. For example, thickness of a part can have a millimeter differences, can never be exactly the same. The amount of time it takes to execute a certain task may not be the same, because so many other factors are there. So basically, in summary, actually, like the variation is inevitable, and this is something actually to have in making the product or delivering the services consistent transaction. There is always distribution of performance around the target. So this is the target line, and then you can put like lower specification and upper specification. We need to keep in mind that actually we need to be within the limit. But actually, what Six Sigma tries to do is, it says like it defines the lower specific and a higher specification, and then actually like you can try going closer to the target, so that when you go closer to the target, the variation gets reduced. When the variation gets reduced, the performance of a product gets improved. So these things you all know that this is called normal curve, normal distribution, or bell curve. So the entire Six Sigma captures the image of a bell curve. Then it talks about the exposing the hidden factory, and here it gives an example, the chemical property of a catalyst. That is a combination of the base material that is mixed by the processing machine, that is controlled by the inline gauges, that is operated by John, that is inspected by Sally, that is packaged by robot, that is stored in warehouse, that is shipped by the customer FedEx. So you see like 6 parameters we have, 6 things. So that means the variation bound to happen. Small slightest variation can happen. So when the variation happens, this is the summary it gives. This is the hidden factory that runs in the background of all organization. It is a factory that fix problem, correct the mistake, and otherwise wastages both time and money. And in company, two most precise commodities, Six Sigma eliminates the hidden factory. So one thing what we can get up, this thing is, this is all data driven approach, right? So we can collect every section. You can collect, for example, how many rejection made by robots, made by John, made by Sally, made by FedEx. Every detail you can collect it, and then you can analyze like where we can eliminate or control the variations. So it basically all these hidden things, hidden mistakes, everything come out. Six Sigma eliminate the hidden factory, and as a result, turn the precise time and money back to the business. So again, it gives a follow-up one. It says like why Sigma, why six and why Sigma. So why we need to put the things both together, Six Sigma. So you all know that actually if Six Sigma is one Sigma, that means it's a 69% you will have an accuracy in number, in percentage, and that means you will have a massive defects. You will have you may end up having these much of defect. As it goes on, when it goes to Six Sigma 6, 6, that means 0.00034%. In percentage, you can say that the yield of good thing 99.99964 you will get it, and the defect is 3.4. So that's the reason actually, if you have this, even if you go beyond it, for example, the industry like aerospace, aeronautic, all these, they can't claim like 3.4 I can have a defect per million opportunity. They can even go for it. So if you go for 7 Sigma, it will be less than 1, yeah. So this is what the Six Sigma is all about. I would also would like to talk about this one. So why six? Why six? Why not five? Good question. For the complex product, which method was originated, there was enough characteristic rolled through, together, and enough long-term degradation can happen. For example, if you have a machine and the performance, it will have a system error. Always it will have a system error. That's something it will have degradation that only six would do. Four or five sigma just didn't provide enough relief from those two constraints. Why? Because if you take five sigma, the accuracy is still, when you make 1 million product, you will have 233 defects. Even if you take 4 sigma, 6,000 defects you will have, 6,000 to 10 defects you will have. So that's what it says. So for transactional and service companies now adopting Six Sigma, their system and environment are often less complex. They don't have many critical factors, critical characteristics coming together. So they don't necessarily need to have the critical characteristics operating at Six Sigma. In these case, 4 or 5 Sigma can do if it is transactional service. But magnitude of the early success of Six Sigma has made the name stick. They just wanted to stick with the Six Sigma. Almost all company, regardless of their size, regardless of the complexity, recognize the benefit of aiming for Six Sigma goal. If the milestone of Six Sigma is never achieved, the act of working towards a goal drive breakthrough changes it can bring. So this is the last slide of mine. Let me go ahead. So for example, let's say accuracy is 99. When you say accuracy, I mean like the product out of 100, 99 products are coming good. Only one product is coming defect. So that means it is 3.8 sigma. In terms of percentage, it is 99 in a percentage. If it is Six Sigma, if it is 99.99966 percentage, you will get. That means out of 1 million, 10 lakhs product or 1 million product, you will have 3.4 defect. So let's take in this paradigm. So it says like actually like if you say like 20,000 loss article of mail per hour can happen if it is 3.8 sigma, and if it is 6 sigma, 7 article loss. Unsafe drinking water for almost 15 minutes per day. One unsafe minute drinking, the number came down. So 5,000 incorrect surgical operation per week, 1.7 incorrect surgical operation. So this is for the hospital. If you're using for hospital, this is the comparison between 3.8 and 6. So if it is if you say prescription, you have 2 million and you have 68 incorrect drugs prescription. No electricity for almost 7 hours. Here 1 hour without electricity every 34 years. Each month here 34 years. 11.8 million shares incorrectly trade. Here 4,021 shares incorrectly. 3 warranty claims every new automobile. Here 1 warranty claim in 98 980 new automobiles. So 48,000, 96,000 death can attribute to hospital error each year. Here 13 to 34 death attribute to hospital error. So that's the major difference between Six Sigma and why not 3 and why not other Sigma. So hope it set the context, and once again I would like to tell that actually this book is shared. I mean, Six Sigma for Dummies is a very interesting book. Please take a read it. So I just covered only one portions, almost like 10 pages. Maybe I will try to take more reference and come up in the next videos. So till then, this is the reflection. So we talked about Six Sigma. Six Sigma brings like 99.99964 percentage, or in terms of defect is 3.4. 1 million opportunity, or in Indian system like 10 lakhs product, you will have 3.4 defect. Variation is inevitable, but we can find out every process. We can find out that what are the defects coming out, and then we can just, there is something we talked about, the hidden factories of a chemical catalyst. So example of, we talked about 3.8 sigma and 6 sigma we talked about. So thank you so much. If you have a further question, please connect to me in the LinkedIn, or you please do like and share my subscribe my channel. Have a nice day.